Breakfast? Yeah?
When Lauren Ware and Dan McDowell bought their house in 2012, they were unaware of the danger pouring out of their faucet. The water in their suburban Philadelphia neighborhood was contaminated by a family of chemicals called perfluoroalkyl and polyfluoroalkyl substances, commonly referred to as PFAS. PFAS have been used in everything from nonstick cookware to firefighting foam, and have been linked to a range of health problems, including some cancers. It's that foam, used at 2 former military bases 20 miles outside of Philadelphia, that is being blamed for the water contamination.
The government knew that these materials were hazardous. They knew that they had been used. They knew they seeped into the water, and they didn't tell anybody about it until it was revealed, and they had to.
Private wells around the bases were condemned, forcing residents to hook up to the public water system. But the source of the public water was also contaminated, forcing water authorities to spend millions of dollars on filtration. PFAS contamination is a national crisis affecting over 16 million people in 33 states, according to the Environmental Protection Agency. In Michigan, where they are already grappling with lead contamination in the Flint water system, residents of Kalamazoo County are now dealing with PFAS contamination.
Sources of PFAS remain on the base, in the water and in the soil.
The EPA is conducting town halls across the country, hearing from residents affected by these toxins.
Part of what the agency is doing in conjunction with looking at potential regulatory actions for PFOA and PFAS is considering how we can better manage this family of compounds.
The EPA has issued a drinking water advisory, establishing what they say are safe levels. But communities affected by PFAS contamination argue the EPA levels are too high.
And then the second major regulatory step that EPA announced that it was exploring was listing PFOA and PFAS as hazardous substances, which is very important because it will provide the agency with the authority to order actions under CERCLA, cleanup actions, and also to recover costs for actions the EPA takes to remediate contaminated sites.
And it's already too late. Step up and do something. Because
Nick Krysko and his family live near the former military base sites. Krysko's 9-year-old son was recently diagnosed with a cancerous brain tumor.
He was playing basketball 3 months ago. Literally playing basketball, fine as anything, and now he can't even play basketball because he can't even sit up by himself. And that's not just my story, that's a lot of stories that are in this area that are going through it.
Throughout my entire pregnancy, I was so careful.
Ware blames the Navy and the EPA. She says they've known about the contamination for years and have done nothing to address the problem.
What's paramount for us is to make sure that they realize that we're adhering to science. In 2016, when we came out with our health advisory, that was based on science.
What the science does show is PFAS chemicals accumulate in the body over time.
If the drinking water is contaminated with PFAS, you don't want to drink it. You want to treat the water, it's very difficult to do, or you want to use an alternative supply of water.
Ware and McDowell have taken steps to shield their daughter from the contaminated water, but they worry about how the contamination might affect her in the future.
I want to know, do I have to worry about this? Is this something that, I have to worry that it's in her? I'd like to know what's in me.
The EPA hopes to have a national advisory plan in place by next year to deal with PFAS contamination. The agency stopped short of setting a timetable for enforcement. Joseph Frederick, Associated Press, Horsham, Pennsylvania.
All good? Is it all good?